There we go. See, Avery, your job's done now. All right, we'll go ahead and get this started. We'll make it real quick and easy for you guys. Got lots of information to cover, so we want to make sure we get it all done in the time that we've allotted for it. My name is Boanne Oliver. I'm your Executive Director of Sales. So if you are a young contemporary or shoes, you've been dealing with me, and I have been helping you out. We're excited about you being on here today. There are quite a few that have already asked. We are recording this and we'll be sending it out tomorrow along with the PowerPoint. So if you have questions or you just want to look at it again, this will go out tomorrow as well. Everybody's muted already, but just a reminder to keep yourselves muted. At the end, we'll have the opportunity for questions and we will be go through then. You're going to see a lot of different faces from animal, so from operations and fur and logistics. So we're excited for you to be on here and kind of hear from all of us from all the sides of it. So you're going to, we'll put the ESM, your exhibitor service manual, in the chat thread. A lot of these will be a lot of, there'll be some, I can't think, there'll be some links in here. Well, those will come in tomorrow through the PowerPoint. And as mentioned, if you have any questions, just put them in the chat and we will answer them at the end. A lot of this stuff you will also find in the welcome email that was sent to you the end of November from Janice Dixon. So if you haven't seen the welcome email and you don't see your email, definitely reach out to your sales manager and get that. That will have lots of links for you. So let's get this started. The most important thing to know is the dates. Our dates have changed a little bit. The February show is from the 6th to the 9th. Please note that that is a Tuesday open. The entire building for the first time ever will be open on Tuesday. We're very excited for that. There's a lot of traffic on Tuesday upstairs. So we're excited just to open with a big bang. So we'll open on Tuesday. It's 9 a.m. And then Friday we close at 3 p.m. Please note there's no early closing. You're in Atlanta, you're in the world's busiest airport, so book your travel accordingly. I know a lot of you are going to be headed out from our show to the next show to Las Vegas, so just know that we asked you not to close early before 3 o'clock. You do have buyers on the floor and it's best for the integrity of the entire floor. We're located in the heart of downtown Atlanta, which is awesome for you guys. If you have any questions for travel, we do have hotel bookings are still available, and we have airport travel through our hotel bookings as well. So go ahead and book that. Out of personal preference, we're connected to the Westin and the Indigo. In February, it does get what would be considered cold in Atlanta. So if you don't like the cold, then stay at the Westin or Indigo and you don't even have to walk outside. And that keeps you the safest if you're going to be downtown. All right, so your exhibitor portal. If you've already submitted an application, you've been on this portal. The portal is where you did the application. That's where all of our applications live at. On this portal as well is where your payments are made. The payment deadline was on December 29th. If you have not finished your payment deadline, you've probably gotten some fun emails from your sales manager and also from Janice Dixon. Please pay attention to those when you have that, because we want to get our payments all in. Otherwise, that does hold us up in badges and building your booth. If you need lighting or electrical, that is also on the same exact portal. I like to say it's under the Harry Potter bolt. So if you see the Harry Potter bolt, you need electrical, go there. If you do your electrical on site, there is a dramatic price increase. So book it before you get here, book it early on the portal. It'll be installed before you get here, and it makes everyone's life a little easier during setup. If you need help with the portal, that email on the very, very bottom is going to be the best option for help with the portal. If you email us, we're going to CC you and put these guys on there, but these are the guys who can really get in the portal, get your login information, and make sure you have access to the full portal. So badges are very important here because we are in the heart of downtown Atlanta. And so it is required to have badges, as we do get kind of some creepers from the street. So we want to make sure you always have your badge on you at all times. One very important thing that changed last year that's been a little bit confusing is if you are trying to request your badge, your booth has to be paid in full. So you won't be able to request your badge for you, your temp staff, or anyone else until your booth is completely paid in full. Once it is, 24 hours after you paid in full, you'll see your name appear on the badge request. If you go to request badges and you don't see your name, that's going to be the very first thing we're going to look at. Everyone that's going to be in your booth, temp staff, models, setups, anyone like that, needs to be registered in the badge setup. If you do that, make sure everyone has different information, being a phone number and email. That's what's going to help keep everything smooth. If you try to go in and put all of your temps under your email, it just gets messy. So try and get different information for every single person. When you notice on the bottom, you can see there's 2 different emails. The emails are actually coming from those. They're not going to come from your sales manager for your badges. So if you see anything along the terms of those emails, please note they're probably your badges. So keep an eye out for those. Now on your badges, there's going to get 2 emails you're going to receive. When you first do it, if you've done it correctly, you'll get an email and then you'll get your QR code later. When you go in to register someone for your badge and you don't get an email, where we've circled that envelope sign, you want to click on that. If you click on that, then it'll say that your badge has been sent, and that way you know that it's coming to your email address. If you don't click on that, the chances are that it's not going to get sent, you're not going to get QR code, and you'll have to stand in line at registration. So just give a couple seconds on that badge portal, make sure you send everything, and make sure everyone's information is in there correctly. All right, after this, we're gonna send over to Evan. She's gonna give you some of your pro show tips.
Hello, everybody. Happy New Year. I am Evans. I'm Executive Director of Sales. And if you are accessories or contemporary apparel, you've been working with me. So I'm going to go over some pre-show tips and booth design tips and lots of ways to help your show success. The first and most important piece of advice we have is to research and do your outreach to boutiques. The more appointments you set, the more outreach you do, the better your show will be. When you are reaching out, let them know your booth number, your floor number, any show specials, etc. If you have top buyers you would like us to reach out to, we have a link here and we can email that out as well, where you can input their information. And we have a whole buyer engagement team that calls them, offers them incentives when applicable, and helps get them here on your behalf. So definitely utilize that. Another tip, obviously, hopefully everyone knows this in 2024, but advertise on social media that you're going to be here. Let them know your booth number, floor number, and our hashtag is hashtag ATL Apparel. And our page is at Apparel Market. And then lastly, show incentives. They're a great way to get people to close orders with you at the show. Free shipping is probably the most popular that we hear buyers love. Gift with purchase, extra displays that come with it, anything like that, be sure to advertise as well, just to help people place orders with you here. So marketing opportunities, we have free and paid. Send us your imagery, super easy. Just we transfer them to Avery Lamb. You should have gotten some emails from her already as well. Just Dropbox link our images. We provide them to marketing. We don't promise usage, but we do push them to the marketing team to use in emails and social media. Line sheets are, you should have gotten emails from all of us. Please send us your line sheets. If you are a new brand, if you have Mommy and Me or Denim, we're doing displays and call outs for the February show around those themes. The new vignette will be located in the lobby, and all you have to do is send us your product. They can pick it up at the show or you mail it in before. It's a high trafficked area, great, easy, free opportunity to help get your lines seen by buyers at the show. And also update your digital showroom and exhibitor portal. Here's where you can add logos, product images, any of your wholesale price range, stuff like that. So when a buyer searches you on the app or website, they can see more than just your name. It helps them get to know your brand before being here at market. Paid opportunities, we've got pedestals, mannequins, window displays. Avery handles those, so just shoot her an email. And then also tons of advertising opportunities. These are the sponsored e-blasts that go out to our buyer database. That one is a top recommended opportunity. Also, if you want to sponsor a market coffee, happy hour, bag giveaway, etc., Gabby Smith handles that, and she can send you more options and pricing. Here are some quick pictures of the building if you've never been here. As you can tell, it's multiple floors. It's a big building. So let's dive into ways you can stand out at the show. First off, understand your booth package. Booth packages vary by category and by floor. So your sales manager should have relayed this. Just ask them again if you can't find it or forgot. And then Fern, Deatrice is on here. We'll talk more about it, but you can order more through OneView as well. And that's Fern's, our decorator system. Be sure you know your booth size, plan ahead of time, make sure your product will fit in it, and review the rules and regulations. Height restrictions, the most important there, and it's 7 feet on floor 2, 8 feet on the other floors. Some display tips, enlarge photos or branded sign and backdrop is really the best way to stand out. Some people do, you know, balloons, streamers, etc. as well. But if you need help ordering that, Fern also has a service that can help you get your sizes and dimensions so it fits properly in your booth. My favorite tip here is buyers do stay in your booth longer. If you have comfortable flooring, they are on their feet all day. It's a large campus. So if you order the extra padding through Fern and their carpet, that makes them stay longer. They'll be comfortable. You can also bring in any flooring as well. The like foam puzzle piece or faux hardwood flooring is a nice addition to your booth. And then if you have rugs, anything like that. Just for you to know, the standard carpet, if you were not to do anything, is a short gray carpet. So we like to tell people that ahead of time. Don't waste your money ordering gray carpet because it'll look just like the regular flooring. Make your booth yours, add your own branding, your own personality. You can bring in your own personal, like chairs, tablecloths, tables, things like that, or can rent. Easy to grab placement of business cards and lookbooks. This is a proven way to get your name out there. It's easy for buyers if they're in a hurry or intimidated to go in your booth. Who knows, they might be rushing to an appointment. Have your stuff there easy for them to grab so they don't have to walk fully into your booth. Also giveaways, having a cute little setup of branded water bottles, hand sanitizers, bags, bracelets, you know, whatever you name it. Is a great inviting way to get people into your space. Lastly, everyone loves flowers and greenery. The natural materials really go a long way because you're inside a massive building all day. So people love the flowers and plants or any natural elements. Okay, some quick tips for selling at the show. Number one is hospitality. We are in the South, so being friendly, nice, not sitting in your booth with your arms crossed, welcoming. You know, that's the best way to be in your booth. You don't want to be too pushy. That can steer people the other way. And other tips, starter kits are a great way to get buyers familiarized with your line or if they're overwhelmed on what to order. And then a reasonable minimum order. Too high does steer them away. We recommend anywhere between $300 and $800 minimums. Each interaction counts. Make friends with the other vendors. This is the best way to have fun at market, to learn, to network. You never know, another vendor might refer their buyer to you. So be nice to everyone, make friends, collect as many business cards as possible. This is how you grow your business and outreach at the shows and increase your show success. Just because they don't write with you at this show doesn't mean when you're back in April or June, they won't then. And by then, hopefully you've gotten to know them and they're on your email list and follow you. So get those business cards, make use of your time here, and attend the events and network. Okay, this one's always fun. We like to go over etiquette reminders. Some of you may not know this, so I will cut to the chase here. You do not want to be the person that interrupts buyers when they're in another one's booth. Their booth is their space and their time with their buyers, so don't interrupt them, please. You don't want to solicit. It's not a good look. It can come across desperate. So our staff will stop you if you're handing out business cards in the bathrooms, the escalators, etc. And then please keep your product and displays inside of your booth. You don't want to block anyone else's space because that's not nice. And we have a full list of rules and regulations here, but please be mindful to just be a nice neighbor. And then lastly, we will be giving you this at market and emailing it ahead of time. If you forget something, we've got tons of things close by in the building, permanent showrooms that sell displays. We've got a CVS across the street, a Target and an IKEA close by, and a flower service. And then ice, people always ask about ice. The Floor One Cafe does have this. And now I'm going to hand it over to Deidre to go over Fern information.
Hello, I'm Deidre Lawrence, and I am the Client Services Manager for Fern Expo. And we are getting very close to our advance deadline, which is Friday, January 11th. So please, we ask that you place your orders in OneView and add a form of payment to the OneView screen. If you have any questions, you can reach us at AMC Apparel at fernexpo.com. Okay, so as we're approaching the deadline, you will get a discount deadline reminder. This is basically reminding you that you need to place your complimentary booth package order along with any other accessories that you'll need for your booth. Again, the deadline is January 11th. Okay, so this is your main dashboard, and it gives a bit about event information, the dates, times, and the floors, support contact numbers, and also your tax manager. For that purposes, on the task list, you will have your tax manager, which is to go in and order your packages. The booth packages and included items is where you will go for your complimentary packages. Carpet and vinyl flooring is where you go and order your carpet and vinyl flooring. Please note, vinyl flooring is only available during the advance discount deadline. After that, we take it offline. So please order that in time. Also, if you need to customize your display, as far as adding additional shelving or rods, please go to that link there. You can add your shelves and you can order additional rods. Also, we ask that you put a credit card on file. Even though you have complimentary items, you may have someone that want to come to the service desk for additional services, and we need to have a card on file. Okay, and let me stop right here for one quick second. Let's just talk about the carpet. I know Evans mentioned about carpet. If you have a standard size booth, if your booth is a strictly 100 square feet, you can order standard size carpet. If you are 150, you would need to order non-standard size carpet. So you will go into the bulk carpet to order your non-standard size carpet. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, the service desk is located on the back side of floor 3, and we're open from 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. And we are available or if you have for move out, we do have packing tapes and boxes, etc., and we will have those on sale last day of move out at noon.
Gonna be part of the problem.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And so if you have any questions, please email me at dlawrence@fernexpo, or you can call the office at 404-220-2624. Okay, so when you arrive, this is floor 1, and then Young Contemporary has these type of AGAM walls with rods, and then you have your cash and carry with the risers, tables, and chairs, and the white drape. Floor 2, there are several different packages on floor 2. There's the premier accessories and shoes that you will see. There are 4 different packages once you go into OneView for floor 2. You will have premier accessories, you will have premier shoes, then you will have the apparel rods, and then you also have a combination package, which includes your rods and your shelving. And the height restriction is 7 foot, and lights are included on floor 2. Floor 3, we're very excited about floor 3. Floor 3 has been revamped, so we have a different look with the shoes and accessories. You will have these new shelving units here. I don't quite have the dimensions right in front of me, but I can get that later if you have any questions regarding those. But there is an 8-foot height restriction. You will have the tables and chairs. Please know you will have a standard 6-foot table, not a counter riser. Also, what do I need to mention on this slide here? Can we go to the next slide, Abram? Sorry. Okay, so also the grid wall package, this is only available on special request. For those who initially had it before and want it again, it's only on special request, so please get with your sales manager for that. We also have the rolling rack package for apparel on floor 3. And there's an 8-foot height restriction here. Okay, and also on floor 3, the hardwall package. This is also through a special request for your show manager. So please make sure you have clearance from them before ordering this package. You have the hardwall package A, which is your apparel rods, and also a package B, which is a combination of the shelf and rods. And there's a 8-foot height restriction here. Okay. And this is Young Contemporary on floor 4. You will have no more apparel rods. It will be the Z-racks available, the tables and the chairs here. So a blank wall and your racks, your rolling racks here. Okay, and I'm gonna turn it over to Brian.
Thanks, Deetra. Hello, everyone. My name is Brian Richardson, Operations Manager. We're looking forward to hosting you all at our February market. So I'll get to go over this fun, exciting, and entertaining building facility information, and I'll start with reviewing some of the rules and regulations. I'll start with the sprinkler heads. So just know to remain compliant with the city fire regulations and codes. We must maintain that 18-inch clearance around the sprinkler heads at all times. So please just be mindful of them. And that especially goes for any halogen lights or any lights that put off a lot of heat. And then also the balloons. We do allow balloons, but just no helium balloons with that, please. So again, don't hang any product on them. That also includes electrical. Just remember, water and electricity, they don't go well together. On decor, we love a well-decorated exhibit space. We just kindly ask that you do not hear any very sticky decor items to the walls or columns that'll cause damage when removed. We do recommend the low tacky command strips or anything that is residue free. And then on paint, please pre-plan and paint your displays prior to market, as painting on the exhibit floors is not allowed unless it's done by firm. Okay, steamers. We do offer a complimentary steaming station located on floor 2 in that northwest quadrant near the cafe areas. For the floor 1 exhibitors, we'll also have an electrical connection area in the front and the back of the hall for your steamers during move-in. And then also please be mindful, there is a limited number, but they are open to the public, so just be considerate of others. Steamers can also be rented from Fern on a first come, first served basis. And then also be aware that the building's just a little older, so you can only plug in one steamer into any single power strip or outlet. You'll overload the circuit if you plug in multiple steamers into the power strips. All right, move-in. Move-in and setup times. Our move-in dates for all floors now is Sunday and Monday, February 4th and 5th from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Please be considerate of your neighbor in aisleways. So for safety reasons, we need to keep an open pathway in the aisleways at all times in case of emergency. So blocking emergency exit doors is strictly prohibited. And then you may also ask what to do with your empty boxes once you're done unpacking and you're set. We have freight empty stickers that can be picked up from the Fern service desk. Just simply label your boxes and crates with your exhibitor information, and our logistics team, they'll remove them from the floors, and then they'll also return them to you at the close of show. As a reminder, please be set and ready by 6 p.m. on that Monday so that we can begin cleaning the floors for a smooth move-in. Shipping, we will start accepting that inbound freight starting on Wednesday through Friday, January 31st to February 2nd. Now we will accept freight all the way up until show open, but we do encourage you to get it in a little sooner with the Tuesday opening for the whole building. We are a vertical facility. And then secretly, we don't recommend UPSS or FedEx ground due to some shipping issues we've had in the past. So just to put that out there. If you need shipping labels, there's a link located in your service manual for your convenience. And then on the privately owned vehicles, which are your POVs, they can utilize the William Street dock starting on that Sunday through Monday, as well from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. We do ask that you use the shipping request link that's located right there to make your appointments. That's also located in your ESM as well. If you have any questions outside of appointments, please feel free to call the loading docks at the number provided. And then loading dock appointments are required for all freight and crate deliveries and pickups and POVs, but not on your small packages. And just again, smaller vehicles, they will be given priority to the POV. So if you have any big box trucks or U-Hauls or trailers, they may have to wait a little bit. All right, buyer appointments and go live. All buyer appointments must be scheduled during show hours only. Buyers will not be permitted onto the temporary floors during any move-in days for safety and security reasons. And then go live, social media sales, they are part of our industry. We're here to support. We just kindly ask that your go lives are taking place during show hours, just a little easier on everybody. But if you need to go live outside of show hours, just please let your sales manager know in advance so that we can get with security and everybody's on the same page. And I think that's it for me. I will pass it on to Boanne.
Thank you. So Evans gave you some awesome tips. I'll tell you, show managers, we love when you have padded carpets, so we'll be in your booth more. And also, we're very, very, very excited about these new upgraded packages from Fern. So floor 3 and 4, if you're in those packages, take a look at them. They're going to be completely different in the right areas. So make sure you understand that package before you get to the show. So a couple more things we want to go over is Wi-Fi. So we do have free Wi-Fi in the building for general use. This is more of just, your social media and trying to scroll. Our building is cement, so most Wi-Fi phone services are a little spotty being in a big old cement building, but do know that we have the option for Wi-Fi. If you're trying to run your POS system or trying to run DSL for go lives, we recommend ordering the DSL services. You can do that also on the portal under the services little lightning bolt. So do know if you're looking for POS system, go ahead and get it arranged if you can get done and installed before the show. Then move out. We just talked about move in, so move out is just as easy as moving in. So again, I will emphasize we do not close until Friday at 3 o'clock. Please plan to travel accordingly, especially if you're traveling out of the Atlanta airport. The process we make it is super easy here. If you're planning to ship anything, you will leave your items in your booth with your shipping packet, with your shipping labels on there. All shipments will go out on Monday morning unless you arrange it otherwise with your services, depending on who you're going through. I will say tracking sometimes can take a couple of days. I will put a 99% guarantee that your package is going to go out Monday morning and then it's gone, but you may not see tracking until later Monday afternoon. It just takes that long because there's so many boxes that go out, but it does all get sent out of here on Monday afternoon. If you need any printing, if you need to print your labels, there is a printing services available on floor 3 near the show management desk. So feel free to hit him up anytime during the week. He's there and he can take care of all your printing services for you. Brian talked about the POV jot form. That jot form is used the same with moving out as it is for making appointments for moving in. So you will be able to make your appointments if you need to make your POV appointment on that. You will get a flyer the last day in your booth that kind of goes over more of the move out. So if you're like, I don't completely get it, check out the flyer. And as always, your sales manager is going to be on the floor, grab us, and we can explain the process a little easier as well. Logistics team will be on floor 3 service desk. These are the same area that Dietrich talked about. You'll have all the logistics, Fern, and operations based out of there. So you can go up to there if you have questions about storage, if you have questions about anything shipping, they'll be available there at 3, starting on Friday at 3 o'clock. Something very important to note, if you are planning to ship any of your product, you need to fill out a bill of lading. The bill of ladings will be available starting on Friday morning on the individual floors, and then those need to be turned back in on the floor 3 service desk by the time you leave. This just helps us understand if there's things in your booth, where they're going, who's taking care of them, and we can help you facilitate so they can get to the next place as smooth as possible. If we don't have a bill of lading, we can't be responsible for really knowing where your items are going, and sometimes that can cause a delay in your shipments. So what's next? What's next is always the next show. April's show is 9 through 12. April's a fantastic show for us because it's our fall 1 launch, and this is when we see a big push from shoes and contemporary at this show. If you put in your application before the show, you're going to be in the contest. We have a drawing every single night for 2 $500 booth credits. So you'll be in the drawing for that, as well as you'll be part of marketing incentives. The deadline for this application is Wednesday, February 14th. So it'll be the Wednesday after the show closes. Just to kind of give you some stats and understand, about 75% of vendors show at all 5 shows. And the absolute #1 question that I get every single show is, how do I get a bigger and better booth? And it's easy. The answer is consistency. If you stick around, stick it out, you will see yourself growing in business, growing in your booths, and we will all do it together. Other than that, a booth placement, and that also comes with consistency as well. So definitely go ahead and put on your schedules your April show, so that way you can start getting your fall orders in. So now we're going to turn it back over to Evans, and she's going to go over some questions. Evans, I see some questions came out in the chat. So we were going to go through these. I'll start the top one is, do you recommend music in your booth?
Music is allowed. It's fun if it helps your vibe. We're all for it. We will have speakers with music on all the floors though, so it's not necessary. And if you do have it, we ask that you just don't have it too loud to disrupt your neighbors.
Awesome. And you mentioned ice. So first time to market, why ice? Is there beverage service on a stand?
Yep, great question. So we do have bars where you can purchase beverages and take them to your booth. So that's why a lot of people like ice, just to keep a few, drinks on hand.
Absolutely. And then I was reading rules and regulations. I have a question relating to souvenir prizes. What is the process for making arrangements in advance with show management and the deadline to do so?
So with that question, can you elaborate a little more? Is it a prize you're wanting to do as like a show special during market?
This is Denise. Maybe follow back up with that one. Denise will have your sales manager reach out to you on that and give you a little bit more, because we have a few different options for you there.
Yep, absolutely.
And then, oh, Denise, there you are. Let's hear it.
Yes, hi, my name is Denise Claire Solari, and I'll be exhibiting at February Atlanta Apparel for the very first time in Children's World. So my brand is the Kiddo Tea. So we were thinking of doing some little giveaways like promotional items, food items like crackers and that kind of thing, of that nature. And so I wanted to know what was the process for contacting show management in advance.
Yeah, absolutely. So Denise, welcome. First of all, we're excited to have you. For this, there's a couple of different routes you can go. If you want it at a larger, like sponsored type level where it's announced through our marketing channels to everyone, you can sponsor it as an event. If you just want it as a giveaway from your booth, you can just simply have it in your booth. And you can go through catering, or if it's just little little crackers and stuff that you want to have on hand, you can just have that in your booth and offer it as needed.
Okay, yes, because we were just thinking of putting it in little bags and giving away the paper bags with the pins and the Post-it notes and the little snacks in there, and then also the canvas bags.
Yeah, absolutely. That's super cute. So are you looking to provide that to everyone at the market or just hand out from your booth?
Just from the booth.
Okay, yep, then that's absolutely fine. You can just do that and bring it to the show.
Okay, so I wouldn't need to contact the show management for that.
Right, you are good.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you, though. Good question.
Thank you.
Awesome. We're excited about children's being here in February. All right. From Desi Wall, which I'm super excited to see you guys back in the temps, is for shipping. You say to leave the leaving the booths with labels to be picked up Monday. On the other slide says UPS to contact UPS yourself. You got that, Evans? You want me?
Bo's the shipping queen. I'll let you take that one, Bo.
I say all my customers ship. So yes, officially, you should reach out to UPS. Normally, when you are doing your shipping labels, that's letting UPS know that you're putting them, you're going to have them available. So UPS will automatically come through on Monday morning and do a pickup, but we always recommend you let UPS know that it's going to be in the building along with the others. So once you do your shipping labels with them, that should automatically let them know. And then we will actually have them in a storage unit specifically for them. So it's not going to be sitting in your booth from Friday afternoon until Monday morning. They will be secured in a locked warehouse, and it's from Friday afternoon until Monday morning. GGO, first floor boot package will include electricity. You already know the answer. Yes, it does. So that's a little one off. The first floor does not get lights. First floor does get electricity. And right, is electricity included in floor 2 booths, and the option to have additional electric outlets or no electric is included?
So floor 2 will have lights. The electrical outlet, if you need a plug, you do have to order that separately through the portal. And it is cheaper to do it before the deadline. So be sure to get that ordered. And I do know Alyssa got a lot of questions before. If as we're reading these, you can shoot those off to Alyssa.
Hello, everybody. My name is Alyssa Ramirez. I am your sales manager. And if you are on the 3rd floor, women's apparel, I am your lady. But we did get quite a few questions in. A few of them we've covered, but I'll go ahead and read out a few more. Are we allowed to serve alcohol? Restrictions, approval?
Yep, love that question. Thank you. We actually should add this in the slide. So if you do want to serve alcohol, you have to purchase it from one of the bars at the show, or you can order it ahead of time and reserve it so you can have bottles of wine and things like that. But it just has to be done through Airmark, our catering service. If you want it on a larger scale, we love sponsorships. They can get creative with it. Gabby's your contact. You can do espresso martinis, margaritas, you name it. But you do have to go through our channels for it. It's not BYOB, unfortunately.
If you need the link to order it ahead of time, just let your sales manager know and we'll send that over to you, the contact for that. For what are retailers expecting in terms of handouts and order forms? Are they preferring paper, digital, or both?
We see both. I always tell people both. Some people might be old school, don't want to put their credit card in the computer sometimes. Others like it digital. So we always recommend both.
Thank you. What are the most important things to submit prior to coming to market?
Oh, everything.
One big thing I'll hit on that is the portal. If you go into your portal, you are able to put in imagery, prices, contact, and that is a way for buyers to see your brand before you get to the show. So always make sure your portal is 100% completed ahead of show.
Awesome. All right. How does disposal work at teardown? If they have balloons or letters, things that they want to leave behind that aren't being shipped back?
Brian, I'll let you handle that one.
I think for the most part, just to make sure everything is box crated and labeled. And going back to that previous question, if it's not labeled, it won't get picked up. We had an incident where somebody just left a roll of carpet and it kind of got misplaced. But if that's more on trash, like trash, as long as it's small and not, doesn't require a whole bunch of tearing out or for us to saw it apart, we can dispose of it easily.
Oh, something else to bring up that just reminded me of a good pointer. If you are doing any thing to walls and with Fern, of course, make sure you don't damage their hard walls. But say you did a peel and stick wallpaper or something, you do have to take that down after the show.
Yes.
Thank you both. And lastly, can you give a few tips for new exhibitors? I know there's quite a few on this call to help them get the attention of buyers.
Yep, so as we mentioned in the presentation, pre-marketing and reaching out to buyers is number one. Number two, participate in that new vignette. It's right there in the lobby. It's free, the best way to get seen. And then lastly, just be committed. As a new exhibitor, this first show will probably be your hardest and most overwhelming. 3 is our magic number. We have 5 shows a year. It does truly take 3 shows to see your return on investment, to build your business, for buyers to start to recognize you. So just know that going into this, and it's to give it 3 shots is very fair, and just know that. So don't put too much pressure on you. The first show, do all you can, learn, meet people, improve as you go.
Awesome. We got a couple more that came up in the chat. Does floor 3 have electrical points in all stands?
Floor 3 does not include electrical. You do have to order it. The atriums now will be including some lights, but that comes with their package, not the other spaces.
Awesome. This is a shipping question. So setup for Magic begins on Saturday. Pickup is Monday. How does this work? Storia, I'm gonna guess you're probably gonna ship through INT or POV. So in that case, you need to schedule your shipping through them. INT will do a pickup Friday that's getting to Magic on Sunday. But if you're shipping UPS, FedEx, or USPS, you're not gonna be able to get it to Vegas on time. So you wanna make sure you're shipping with a special carrier. Perfect. And then are paper order forms provided, or should we provide our own?
Order forms, you will need to provide your own. And if
Awesome.
you don't have them, there's like generic ones you can find on the internet and print and use that way.
Absolutely.
I just have one more tip for the new exhibitors. With the labels, just remember to print those like prior to show close, because it gets a little harder to print those once shows get in.
Yeah, Friday about 2 o'clock, it's crazy at the printer. So we definitely recommend getting it done early. If you have them, bring ahead, that's even the best. Are there any other questions about this? As mentioned earlier, you will get a recording of this along with the slideshow tonight or tomorrow, depending on how fast we get it out, but you will have another version of it for reference. Well, if there's no other questions, you've met your sales managers on here. Most of us, there's a couple more they're missing, but feel free to reach out to us for anything. It's always easier if we can answer questions before the show, before it gets going. That's what we're here for. So we're here to answer anything, and we look forward to seeing you guys in February.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.